Major so.
Boko there.
Boko na mpoen.
Nyame ne hene adepache.
Can say happy birthday so.
Me da se prof.
Kwatenten ne apomodin.
Amen.
Ene ne panyina nyame mfama.
Amen. Amen. Nyame ne dana se.
Nyame mame enwishi. Eka all fathers. I'm saying that Father's Day.
Ampa.
Nti oti heidi na menya be man so ti heidi na say to all fathers. And me am chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyameche, and IMD, General Secretary, Apostle Alexander Kumi Labi. Omunina, you say, Happy Father's Day. Nyame enshire munyina na omomo enkwatenten.
Amen.
Chairman General. Nyame enshira.
Onshira wonso. Medasi pi. Fuseni Isa Mrashe Bedweni Okankwe North. Mini anati say?
Chairman General, Nyame adom. Ene mama from Paibo. Ene ye di kan meda Okankwe North delegates say. Say ejuma ma ye a little over 3 years ni so omani omasan ama me akwanya say menko emendi party nenim ewo 2020 elections num na mensan ko si omanemu wo mrahye bedwam anopei me de na sesunko ma delegates no executive coordinators polling station executives nyina and na party man na mo constituency ayo Okankwe North no wame they tosu me no mama o a happy birthday
it does
asan be phobia fan yeso de and ye linya fala na anope matiso se o say Stephanie Abe eso a birthday
Stephanie
na Stephanie Abe de me ejuma of space phone kakra.
Oh, I see.
1999. Saturday.
Hey, you know, early beds.
It's Raj Modi Eja. I'm sales and marketing on your finance. Now, Minister Stephanie ever. It's Stephanie, dear, no, Mama Space Food.
Yeah, on the proper
part. Man, a happy birthday, Cassia Pa. They're also Father's Day. Emma, me, I me papa. Alaji Shaibu Isa, Owabeka. Me man, happy Father's Day. Me and my brother musu de me papa no mo doso me kan se me boa me bo bia jebi nti me ma omo nyina happy Father's Day efi president ba minister of finance vice president omo nyina me momo a very happy belated Father's Day kwame
yes
anope nsem no emu oduye na bia me fi ba de si me meda no ha me sure say e be pipe mu ama anope be fi anona yatin sem na
ma me no fi ase me start word our constituency there were a few constituencies and I'm in Kasa because Ken Crunchy so there I am a brother in the trenches for more than Ken Momina bro. I've known Ken Crunchy since 93 or thereabouts. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Then we were both reporters for PMP newspapers. I
remember. I was about doing my O level. I just done my O level.
Many can we're soldiers from the trenches of journalism. My colleague pa.
Wow.
Ain't a ban is on a Ken. I'm see support him in Franco. But a corner saying.
Chairman, Okankwe North delegates na kasa. Meneken I can see any first time ni beka 2015.
Okay.
But 2015 na year 4. Na me Ken Shaba na lady be a friend of Francesca. Nyame adom 2015 no delegates na kasa ema omo de Franca no share mensem ema mekosi akan but there fepa na no say 2016 we had parliamentary election results na Okankwe North no for the first time since 2000 no your results etime ekosro enti delegates no hu sunsun yɛde ɛba party no mu me de me campaign 2015 na me ka kyerɛ say votes bi hyehyɛ baabi a yɛbɛdi akyire ne atwe akɔba aba ama party no etimi etintim our constituency no the to aso me ka kyerɛ say nyame adom na omoto ma me a nyama bi a yɛbɛyɛ ɛwɔ party no any constituency no so nyame adom yɛnya asɛ de bi yɛdi so adi adwuma no pa enti born to at this time round no me message echo form me account to the people they aba me sem they am de aye se ba de kire na de suamu se ba infrastructure baby do ye na la pass kwai o hwe la spam so ho o hwe ni bota container ho nyame adom say issues ni nyina no ye resolve enti omo decide say ejuma sin eso enni akatua de a mento aso enti delegate na kasa eno chance e bia omo chicken crunch ana bibi but baby a yam adwuma no so akosi mpempen so akosi no omo adwen na me so de me ne omo ya adwen se dodo na me ne omo ya adwen se yento adwuma no so enko enim me de me wogidi pass no na omo hwe na omo de kasa memeda no na kakra meka asoso ne se me so me ndi omo hwambo sa adwumadin a yaye since 2017 am call parliament no e be koso e de sa adwuma no ama okankwe enough afa ntumapa efra enti Saturday ne de nyama ko boko pe procedures ay nyina ya pene so before the elections no covid so nhihye bibia was ye your constituency no bia so ye polling station 7 na ye wo no bibia beko bia on face mask crown to me enkomu enkoto aba Veronica Bucket wo ho social distancing so there we insisted on it throughout the voting time no eko see coalition and how the nyama kakra bi but coalition no ho kra no ya nche because answer na be do okra na enim de ebesi wo ho nti be 10-15 minutes a ye declare results na yeah disperse am obi akoy nti ka ko no for there me gidi say my expectation me no I was met nyame adom etu adwuma no so bibia ekototin basabasa yo bia so amba enti party no ahoden a yawo mu a yede call say campaigning for the primaries no bojide pass the process no Kenya party no say Kenya na yenya no efi eneko no yede to aso ye pia kosi say December 7th 2020 no ye be move efi difference that ye ni in this in term 4,800 no ako over 10,000 that is my objective and I'm ojide so pass ebedim the chairman general and pay
ain't you can
report no
more difference now saying
between Medic and Crunchy was about 20 and also 21 maybe sir.
That is, it was close.
Yeah, but the Electoral College in here 600. Yeah, 580 something, just shy of 600. Intention and Sumbia.
I see. Congratulations.
General.
Why are they?
But
who share other constituencies? How are the mighty falling? 40 and counting. New faces near there. General reports a few more about to night was saying.
General, party, New Patriotic Party, no. And she share the parliamentary candidates. The no memory done and different from the since Chichi party if 1992 about 1996 296 ABC and na eto de bia parliament no wa bontin ahunu tani ahunu esron na ko inside so a ahunu differently enti eto de bi na ya ye wo mrahye bedwam ne ye ka about attrition rates ye ka about experience ni obi be say ye be retain quality of members of parliament ya na wo abontin wo ni parliament wo oni yen adwen enkokron but abede de say nyama bi wo ho a wo say your system na ye de select parliamentary candidates no yesan ehwe ne biom emre bi a etwemu na eye chairman of polling station kwa enti nka me ho ya ye wo be 115 polling stations say na ka be nipa 115 kwa I share who says that process no nyama bi to see announce nyama bi enkoye enti sesamo echo the system ye dealing with no our polling station bi and ye 5 executives ye polling station chairman polling station secretary organizer women organizer any youth organizer enti expanding college na parliamentary candidates no Basically, no, maybe baby, I'm telling who said there are still a few things I was here. Would you dare say they're back out memory day? Mighty, I would say how the mighty fallen.
How the mighty fallen.
True part, some of the mighty names in Parliament have fallen. As to the entire Banasano, as a party, was here tenacity. Na you share that process, no. Say, you may be to see na bit me, I refine the process now. I don't want to say you be share other jurisdictions, we share Europe, we share America, and yeah. What because Parliament to career. And I say, Mikai, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of US or Bar Ghana, and say, I'll be addressing a parliament to you. Oh, share my many experience at a house of her. She's been there for 36 years. Oh, share family bit is second edition a year. A bit to me, war parliament 40, 50 years. Not our parliament. And no, Sano, or no, or your career legislator. Experience, exposure, institutional memory. Say you be join all corner what different committees, you know, what many different experiences. Now you bring all of them to bear in a particular process and enhance it with Juma. Oh yeah. Sabi maybe a first time MP. Now Oshe me now Oshe Oseche Mensabon. So I didn't know how he was performing. First time I called Parliament in '96. You know, I didn't know how, but over time, you know, also it's so you consume it or your embodiment of our legislature. And that is where we want to get most of us, because me decided say me a parliament juma and say nyama bi obi be hwe nyama bi na or they judge me. I think it's a process, no. I was here when ye say obi we MPB we lose not because of a juma on ye parliament now or didn't din akose me ye legislator me ko ye ye advocacy role obi our council oko jina wanemu de was also play advocacy role ye enu efi ho but say developmental aspect now ye dey abetare MPs juma no na edin kakra as an MP no in fact my constituency kra me ankasa na ma high stop be me dey aye constituency office and yes say o ntimi amba me fie ya na wo tumi akosa office no me nyi ni say any nya no resources ye dey sa MP kra no ni office nti wo hwehwe MP kra e wo constituency wa sanka MP no office na betimi akohwehwe no na wo gya weti ono so ba bibie ni ana wetimi ahwene
na anyamoa na moayema na banesa
kwa me nyi ni say ye ni ayama na
banesa esa ni say ye bisa mo delegates ni bi ye bisa electorate ye bisa mo to abama mo constituency wa ensem afiri manu mu ba ebo amohye mo abrabo ne nia mo ni ye ene me bi banesa esa ni say for example ye ko bisa o baby mi modi esa say me pese me pese me ka obi ho asem sa but delegates ni bi ene nkrofo ni bi pa kire say particular MPB am yi ni free mo infie be miensa asanan ni ye nuanum kramufo so mo be ye sanla MP ntwa na ni nhwo enso eba ya na wotwie mo be na wotwe ba ko ni mienu ni ede mo ne hwan ni sikaba ana mo se krachi afi ya unse se be otosa afi ye share lifestyle ye hwe musuban ahantan ne mu V8 ne mu police mu am ye ministers deputies ne sene amuni nipa kasa ne sabe enkrofo na mkopo mo choso mo nto aba ma mo no ye to aba ne ma mu wie ya afi mu ba mu bedi nipa so o tan kitten do you know who I am yes mo na mo ye no I promise mesi we meye we afi koduru ho a MP bodin as a development agent mo amoka ho bi
Kwame, the aspect of an MP being a development agent, you know, I think say as a country we need a conversation on that bit of the work of a legislator. I will concede to say maybe the role of the MP evolve over time. Say you be pen say legislative ne mrasheno ene advocacy say obi osi wadnam bibie si a fa ho ntia fa no ho a obeye no say ye pese ye developmental no eka ho a we should have a discussion me hwe senia ye pese ye de ebehye Kwame me exonerating MPs bi anka say senia wo kai promises ne senior obeko constituency, but the challenge part is share young man we decided say maybe see me Crawford name. They make let me give a typical example. It was Sisala either east or west. Now every time no Obeba Accra. Now Oba Accra within the city no. How many times obeti me akọ Sisala akọ ye de echo say make no what staff be 3-4 our constituency hwa and there was a wo hwehwe MP krana MP ni hwa obehu obi a osina nam onim office ko a obeko make MP oni any support staff our constituency or ni bibia our constituency or e just onu ankasa aye creative not or this process no ahye ho ye move on no say come say do campaign time na me continue platform so na me can say la pass kwen ye ba ye beye me as parliamentary candidate at that time na me yes I promise no me kasa ma me ho as MP me kasa ma me party na me jina na name no me kasa ma me presidential candidate because eba campaign no a ono parliamentary candidate no ono ene di enim because presidential candidate no there sabe odam so onya ho abeko constituencies ni bi ontimi ko ni nya kra na election year no awie enti MP role no na e wo say as a nation no ye hwe ni defining the bio ye defining no na sa developmental aspect no say the beka member of parliament there ho a ye behwe say ye fanka ho so a ene assemblies no so ene be ya me dey be fi say one of the reasons here that role still who so no the opportunity to elect MMDCs that we lost last year. I think it was 2019 that we lost no and also eka ho sankie to me start electing MMDCs now yen so ye person ye parliament no ye betimi akọ parliament akọ parliamentary work and not developmental be probably no MP bia me sure say ye nyina enye hu me hu MP sabe ebia anya bibi na ope wo ho enya any material say they want you to be visible now visibility ne ene no say bia abosome miense bia meko akwetema mako bodwa say akwetema fo bosome miense ameko city we na esi entimo so mo ba che ma adwen ana say dey see my report back to them me one me was 6 electoral areas nko aba ukọ baby bia we share the span of the constituency no geographically cry enya de kitwa the work of the MP no as a nation no me feel say we need to have a discussion to forestall some of the see memory die say ABC the see memory die there kwame me call parliament omo embabiom no bebre no me ni oma yejuma me to finance committee so esibe ebo I me chairman me to me entna hanka say esibe ebo hey I can't even think of the basic in the 8th parliament. Oshe Dimbia Yebo Oparian Samo and Dr. Nyamamo Edio Memo. They are big names in parliament. Sete Champon. They are big names in parliament. I think say two things. Number one, as a party, you better share your process. Number two, as a nation, we have a discussion on the role of the members of parliament. What exactly we expect from the members of parliament. I expect two institutions to be talking. Number one, the institution of parliament, and your PR, your public relations officer or parliament. I expect to say they take a front in this discussion. I expect NCC to also take and educate the masses on what is expected of MPs. Election cry NCC crowd will be so active say MPB call across and also or go too much on promises here. We should be able to pull the MP back. Media the kakra me hunti nyame ayadom this time me call platform no so a sabe menim de meka menim de menka because menim de metimi aye me na menim de metimi aye. And those two things are what we need to have a discussion. But pass say ye benya career members of parliament omo de atu omo say legislative role no ne pese ye any advocacy no eno de ehu hia pa kwa me. I think say as a nation baby aye do 7 parliaments. After 7 parliaments no we should really be moving and evolving. And this discussion is what I'm putting on the table this morning for us as a nation.
Interesting. I'm sure Professor Safu was already doing the psychology of it whilst you were speaking. Me on say utintim ni phone so.
Chairman.
Also tintim ni phone so you just so can say na Prof, who want to say?
You is that election one or primaries in
command or the fair mobile?
You can't imagine me minia edini bi Fuseni Trinkwa ene wonga enweni sa primaries ni na wosa wo okon kakraka da won anim and then they said finally they will be elected as members of parliament ameya adoma December na many aji question be ubisa is say especially honorable Nkasa if you say all can about parliamentary work and the pressure free their constituents, especially the area of developmental expectations. Say, yes, she say we are MP over there Mpontunjuma beba o Mpotem na obeba ho ne hu senior omanfo kai besi hu ye besi hwe de o ye oba onye hwe maybe I say for ho and on the mene honorable adwen I may say the work of a parliamentarian should just not be reduced to that. After all, into your MCCs, ne DCs, no. Say Pempuntujuma, Omajuma Pano, na Oma Hesui. Na mono, Ofama Hakubia, I am say, said your kind, I was say, you should discuss it. Na yet to yan idea hon command you say Kwame wonga eto abamaye no em say ya can over the years say people are getting very very wiser and na omani eda hopa wo share parliamentarians subaya wom obra ubu wo share the sharp change every day be a to abamano na wini ye call parliament ene woni ye mu usuban ene answer na ye beto abamano they are looking at that. I was say the ordinary Ghanaian, as we all thought, say, oh, they are unsophisticated, oh, nearly fear there, Ghana free fear then they are amnesia. We easily forget. So as I say, you say, people don't easily forget. Now the eternal say, yeah, quite a nimunua, or bra idiot and yan done in the muye deno. Na encrofonso efa on margin. And you can imagine a beer naka kreni ubi echo ne constituents in chain near Mukudin Komo or Shawombo. And that's where I think the issue for me is as a psychologist. I think that parliamentarians are risky because they want to win. There's a lot of promises. They obey to my don't mean right at the beginning of vying for the position, and I said, "Yeah, all costs from now, some say I'm on top of my own." Yeah, the sika, egurem. Yendi in pass sika at na base kasem.
Prof,
say win this sika.
Prof,
you will not win.
Sika pa.
Na sa picture na. Ye try echira ko. Eli bodu ye na also. Na all the many panel.
Prof,
na.
say pa minya mi MPP delegate or certain constituencies.
And gradually, picture you trying to say elections are becoming times for making money.
Is it not dangerous for our democracy?
And it is. And there's a reason why some argument and also the honorable kind of Sanka in discussing this part is extremely important because which one for you be say oh yeah to mommy just I say Afibiano in the minds of constituents no another delegates no sika ebeba enti ucha psychological say ucha mfonyini echire obia over a period of time e hihye nadwene e wo say nya santi ase no ucha mfonyini chire obi
over a period of time
yes over a period of time you shape the person's cognitions. As you share as you share nothing can you shape his emotional regulations. And some for you go so a chattering crowd say, oh, I feel so. You be to back, cash a back. If you cry here, my plan say, hey, you baby, now jam them 20,000 media. Every bro, with them, and I have business. Now, I'm not April honorable, say, the ocean crowd, may share one year. I don't have no just a casualties now. Be cry, oh, me, I mean, or chum was my mate. Oh, Obama Humodia, Ocham is gone.
Unfortunately, I campaigned against him.
Oh, are they?
Set me so. Now me Bantama question. Prof, we said no credit.
What do you mean?
Prof, me problem back when no credit. Me to me shed and 10 chantro.
Ut me and Katano Chronoso.
There be anything. I supported a sense of watching. Oh, ain't a sense of winning an name.
No, day.
Me or Chemison Menenity program is so. Oh, Nipa bad, there be Nipa bad.
Nah, as if you're delegates,
Prof Nipa bad because me come your delegate or Chemson got the main Tibonio. But don't answer as I say, me Nipa be style be oh. It's a dinner me sha. Into Ubetia me declare once be pet. Let me jay.
And I jay
because I mean to me. Oh, I said so many in Liverpool.
And
you never walk alone.
Yeah, so parliamentarians, any delegates. Sorry,
for another one, so I'm lose you say OPK so OPK minipa. But said Kwame Champo say or you minipa pa. It me share OPK and we hear Kwame Champo and I'm recall Kwame Champo. And OPK are in a show.
Oh, where do you
win some, lose some. Osbado, Kwame Champo pa where? Delegates.
Chairman Americano. Say Ucham for Nini Echere Obia Efa Adibihua Eshishe Najune. And the parliamentarians in Musadiano. The second thing they say there's pressure on parliamentarians to kowtow to a certain format. Now I say no honorable can answer. The pressure is I ever say honorable sounds okay. Ka onya panka and you understand what this girl with him. He is coming from a background say ka we ne die. Ye ma de na emunya fine na encrofonte parliamentarians adwuma ase. No hunu say obi ebe parliamentarian adwuma ne say or parliament no pass bills no share mbrahodwa abande ba no interrogate na man ko so anka no nka adwuma na no na mom no obon say honorable say oko na onu obi akọ contest ya obehu ana ebi ya nipa no disike wuram
nyezio
enti all the wuram no de I was so ni bere as ana just say all the afawase enti they are all pressured to kowtow a certain line, to toe a certain line. And no, and so eka ho. Afei, we are also every one. I say, Kwame, there is the delegates psychology. Delegates nankasa no, they are playing a lot of tricks on parliamentarians here. That's what is happening now. Me who say, and my dear here for years now. Me who say, delegates. They say no, I say Bre Bibeba Ubeba and chance Yantua Bama. And there is a flow of power and its exchange. Or Japan be a pa, not to me not be deep parliamentarian in chain.
Wow, Obi say I'll never forgive you for campaigning against Ochem. I see shame on you. Lampard, a man from Kumasi. Oh, Lampard. To each his own. You are Ochem, I'm a Boache. In Tinka Ochem, we need so I can catch him say shame.
Ochem lose the army.
Master Nimbra, you're better with them. Oh, some company once, twice, and I'm out for the challenge. Enjoy. May the best man win. But say I me campaign man. But Prof, as I'm now walking many messages may be just to expand on what you're saying. Obi say it's about time the MPP considered an amendment of its electoral college to allow at least a minimum of 5,000 people vote in parliamentary primaries. Aside the expensive nature of the current system, the likelihood of burying the dreams and aspirations of fine potential aspirants cannot be overemphasized. That's Obama in Pokwase. Second one was to say, until the MPs stop promising the mass infrastructure, these things won't stop. They know they can provide, and yet they promise. Akos in Kofodia. And just to answer one to us, obviously, politicians think we are so poor that paying us cash alone will win them power. They should check their attitude and how they relate to their constituents. Gasti man, it will break home. And then Kwejo Edupakwe Wachim assume says, one of these days, some of us will contest the mandate given to only a few section of people called delegates to vote. It's evident they don't vote based on competence and principle, but rather for their parochial interest. And tying into conversation we're having.
That's the point. Yes. The delegates over the period, like parliamentarians' behavior, I shape a certain thinking pattern in the delegates. And Afibiano, government change or the Panama, Napa, and be doing some.
Yeah.
But on say you will come back. Oba at the Federation and some day. Send you to some send you no crew. You want that same power against the unfamiliar. And over the period, no say, oh, time became say, who jump for nature will be now. She now Jennifer over time, no, he builds an empire around it, and that's what is happening. A Juma complete work, and I'm telling you, delegate will also sit and analyze. They will sit and see, say, as we see cash on Hunkakra, mama enko. Oh, you baby, yet one than you lose. Or qua, yenya kakrato atu ibutum. Edman ebeya edi wudum. Until they can sit down, analyze, and say, as we see, one of your way Electoral, it may not be on competence, on skills, not at all. It's purely based on end. Bibi ope. Yepe say which is that let them give us money.
Prof, somebody disagrees with you. Sorry, I'm butting in again.
Okay.
I'll say, what discussion is Prof talking about?
Okay.
These people make promises of developmental projects on campaigns. Besides, the MP seat is noted is not a stool, so it means you can be voted out. Just look at the obscene monetization of the primaries. And Prof is talking about discussion. It is sending a negative picture of our politics and also politicians. By the way, congratulations to our daddy Fuseni Issa, Akwesi headquarters Ablenkpe. Oh, your daddy.
Sure.
I see. Maybe associate to daddy.
I know how.
The point I'm making is that's exactly what he has written. The point I'm making is that the monetization of elections. So what is Sika Echo baby? Who say will be to Abama? Now we try for you be chair, say a shishan adrenaline. The what they better no working for your channel. Watch and say a very biara, me pese meji power everyone semono. Exchange. Media de be mount. Now we be amame. And this our exchange, as long as we have monetized the exchange, it will continue. Yeah, monetizing is give me money, let me give you power. Every year BR and 4 years BR, you back up. And that's the point I'm talking about. So, what we need, the demonetization.
It's not possible.
Okay.
I mean,
it's not possible.
That's an MP sitting there right now.
That's the second point I said. Because what is happening is he is pressured to bow to follow that same line. Because I say,
if we expand the electoral college,
but still it won't change because the Nipano expand it. Now you still want somebody to pay to vote for you. You still want to pay the money. So the pressure, the problem is that the fundamental issue is that you painted the wrong picture of looking for power. You don't use money to buy power.
Well, in this case, we do.
Now we have done it, and you are paying dearly for that. That's what is happening.
Yes, no,
it's horrible, and that's why you see. What is the word? Is denigrating to the level of curses, invoking curses.
Just a time
yes, and to obi and this kind of mama. Now, okasagu so bona ni pre ufiensa. Wow. As some we are say wo 1 2 we Say no kre. Now delegates they know all of this.
But Professor Jekum Kasimbi, also be some say at the end of Mrashe they go through these lenses. So Kwame she knew. But Prof say she was she knew one but Niakwe Walla Beach Annex or saying the front benchers lost their primaries because they didn't keep in touch with their home base. Simple. They forgot about those who put them in the positions where they could become front benchers. In any case, a lot of them suffered the fate they had inflicted on their predecessors. To you, Prof. Our MPs campaign on the basis of false promises and material inducements rather than educate their constituents on what their role in society actually is. Once they cannot deliver the promises and keep the inducements flowing whilst in office, they lose the battle. Then the new cycle begins.
And I agree with him perfectly.
The final nail in the coffin is the arrogance of power.
And I agree with him. That's exactly what I'm saying. And a cycle be a echo. Let me come to you, induce you with money or material, with whatever. You give me the power. I go to parliament. I forget about you. I have to come and repay. I was saying about me damage control. Now, and me pass side the cash. Oh, would you forgive me now? Would you check a crack? So now was I talk over a period of time. So what you cash now? Bana emu pia. Now, and that's what is happening. See, a binom discame pipa. Osha, wow, second time. No, they might have thought about this. It doesn't make sense to be pushing a lot of money into this. But they are all back for front. The energy is there. 10 years old, they will suffer the same fate. Just to sustain the same level of ABS and this is really painful emotionally. I mean, under COVID-19, you can imagine. All of a sudden, delegates are giant phenom. It sends a message, and that's why I agree with Honorable say we may need to have a critical discussion of this. We have to. I mean, you can be asked, we can't control this way. Say, Obiba Parliament and there's no call. We need to, I mean, a boise Obenya mature in Parliament. Now, you have to process us. Not a man for when you say, Obeko Parliament. Yes, or I agree. Say, Oko Parliament and also about what is happening. But the problem is, what are the expectations? Then you say, Obabaka or Deba. And I think I agree with Honorable because you don't even allow them to do the real work for which we voted for. Pressure on them, your way, and parliamentarians are going through a lot of mental touch and psychological touch. I can bet you for that. And I am sheer pana a common say umbeko akoto aba sleepless night.
But now who cause them? Because Prof. Yetia reports Nibia we're not too sure if you're full facts, but Sikan Samni be Mokan. It's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing. Obi Owa 400 delegates.
Omobia
2,000 cities.
Yai. $1,200.
I know Mokachron. 1,200. 2,000. Anya nunkwao. Ebi the blender. Plasma TV. Akwabi bicycles crowd yes waji. Nah, 250 bicycles. What the track of so waji na dey. Say 1-2 mana on sabi on per rough bia. Osis can do the achom, but bicycle do obeje.
But Chairman say we no so no a piano discourse not to the issue of corruption.
But before you come to the issue of corruption, on him say MPP, they also chose to protect some people against others.
I know group psychology. I know group dynamics.
Into OBC,
politics.
The national discourse this morning is unnecessary because party Nankasa can be.
Yeah, but the point is that this same thing happens in almost all the political parties. I mean, it happens all over, and it's good. I would go with what Honorable and I think say Matessa Ebiaka say we need a discussion. I think we need a discussion on this. But the point I'm making is say come here. Say Honorable, no, the question we have to ask woman say, where do they get the money from? Say, so money seeker, just imagine the savings they will have to make, to deny themselves, to deny their families, to deny their loved ones, all in the base say may call election where you may do die affair. Menya asemaba. Enti now, for those, there are others who genuinely will save their money and get the support from loved ones. One person will win, say, Yamasika, go into it. But those who don't have it, where would they get the money from? It can push them into all kinds of. I mean, I had to be awarding contract and putting pressure on those who get a contract. Say, okay, me the amount there, Bacho, Pakakabra.
MPs don't award contracts.
No, American. Say, oh, I mean, say, oh, man, Media. Oh, Media.
Contracts. MPs don't award contracts.
Say, but you say, MP bear on the contract, but MPs can influence. MPs can influence the awarding of contract. But the other issue is this. Say, I am imagining those who have lost. I'm imagining the amount of money that has gone down the drain. I'm imagining how betrayed they will feel. I think you're back coming the group politics dimension now. Politics, group behavior, politics mupa.
Yeah.
Now, MPP as a group, formal political party, no, or more internal politics, and I don't think that where you may program is maybe to discuss it. We all know what is disturbing. Say Brea Besson maybe a delegate yako twaba na delegate and became decisioner that there could be influence from a party hierarchy. Say assume senior panel. Now what the mama and also happen. And you know who say, oh, as men see, you never say, there will be any aji. Of course, Chairman, you graduate here. All can say, or accompany to be internally, no, some politics, no, but I don't put it. I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt. It happens in the most look. Internal politics, our school, our churches, our politicians, our political party. That's not the issue. But the issue is that how far and how long can we sustain this particular picture here? Church delegate say every beer I better be piano. I will say cash flow and flow not December. But then you know, Emerson Abokabe who say every what the member delegates, no, but they will still be disloyal. On to Mount Obajedi, send your media, you can say, what did you do? Mental man, don't to Mount. But Owaboka, the delegate, also didn't vote for you. And going forward, no, I think it's a lesson to all parliamentarians and all aspirants for any political position. Say, Sikasama de Yamodia and Yinfrimo. Come in, final count on this and say, now, Honorable Canon, there are some. Politicians beyond Ghana or Monomedins also. Obi Abeka say Western politics and so some of this influence in him now be an own kind of correct. But perhaps the way Omodi no econo difference room because former president Anyamia Fonako Atamils I can say in Africa politics is also about survival. Now, so it's quite deep. And it's about survival. It's more of it's either you get it or you die. And that way, the consequences are grave. And they say, Obi e komu say yentomana or de nisun na dwene na tenka ni sika ni bie urem na oko no when we need a breakina the impact can be very, very dangerous. And tell us, one lose you know, a moment yako. Now, so no, you better cry say, a breaking sober, and none of my lose. But, anche, maybe I must have copy on business with me. One and women so no, 1.2 hopeful. I say, honorable, you are Canadian, actually say, I would to be and also. or catch Ghana for. Say, perhaps it's not the way to go, and we need to take a second look at it.
Hey.
Chairman, maybe I okay there.
There be okay.
Chairman.
Answer now.
Prof.
We are more show.
Obi. Na baby e feeling nyantro.
Okay.
Chairman.
Obi ma chai. Oma over 300 delegates.
300 delegates.
Over 300. No, I did come on 3,000 CDs each dada.
Hey!
And I'm a production for catcher me say the night you for no.
What?
The day no. Obia $1,000. Chai!
Goodness!
Chairman General. Chairman General.
Yeah.
I know na what be say question we say what is in parliament?
I what you say and then also I'm putting you on the spot.
Chairman. I know the man in parliament.
I'm parliament say.
I was going to tell you.
I say empire me chairman.
I say
chairman I'm strong. On platform here so chairman.
Yeah.
Profile I try say obey explaining the psychology of what it in. Now Okasano obisa questions be what is in parliament? People will go to this land to go back into parliament and now set to get into parliament.
I'll let you answer that. Let me enjoy the conconsan small. Memo answer what is in parliament. I'll let you answer what is in parliament. Well, about consistency, but I make consistency nothing. Or say incumbents need to have 5,000 seats to each delegate.
Hi.
And now you be two incumbents also to have 5,000 each.
Delegates,
Kwame, chef, about your delegates, we have me here. First send the name here. Hey. Yes, I'm mega share. And now who am mega ho. Prof, I didn't say $1,000. So you say $1,200.
$1,200 for 300 delegates.
Over 300. Obi say don't mind Inusa. He was in the range of 1,500 per delegate.
Me.
Prof TBO. Or say Obi the 1,500 CDs plus Bible.
Hey.
And I also two mana. Obama 5,000.
The Bible I come. The Bible
okay, more fire. Obisu the another one about. Or say that baby delegates who were taking 4,000. Esan said the incumbent to 2,000. New two no. It were 1,005. And the other contender to 500. Into delegates be an them 4,000.
Hey, you come in. Leadership is monetized in this country.
Yeah. Hey. 80. Hey, obviously the money is paid at transportation fee. Simple. You see what I don't bring yourself. Hey, obviously tell Inusa I said he paid 1,005. Okay, me my jammy.
But
wow, I'm off on a descending you. Obviously, baby, yes, you'll be my $1,200 no. Nipo two no my 4,000 cities each. This one says, I'm listening to you on my way to Cape Coast. Not only is it unacceptable and unfair, but it's also unchristian. Sadly, all these involved majority claim to be Christians. Please greet Professor Safu for me. Pegiama Donko.
Oh, and Peggy.
And Ode and Obai.
So we got the Bible come. What is that? It's symbolical.
I'll say the Bible Najis Kano. Nah, just say Kano correct our Bible so.
Oh God.
Hey. It'll be $1,500. Hey,
honorable. Honorable, me how.
Prof. Yeah.
The honorable come.
I didn't better, sir.
Honorable come.
Oh, Prof. Trebi. I'll Trebi.
Nothing. Honorable come.
Wow, Honorable is being very tactful and diplomatic.
Well, just say,
Prof.
On Martin.
Baby, you have 5,000 from incumbent, 5,000 from the new entrant room. Almost 750 delegates.
I want to have 5,000
each.
Hey.
Each. Now, okay, Obi so I me say
for everyone.
Everyone.
Obi say I see.
Wow.
Okay, I say Abu Ramadan brother your friend say
Adamu.
But there were no
Ramadan.
New Jersey NDC Adentano.
Adamu Ramadan.
But NDC guy your friend say
small.
So o say so primaries Madina okay say or spending be 300,000 cedis in all. Unim say some MPs sitting MPs abaka say tia ne say you can enter
say I
am part say there be one more muntia for primaries. And
in fact,
this one says, in my opinion, so long as we continue to give delegates money to influence them, Ghana will forever not make the expected progress because persons who can be good legislators like myself cannot raise these monies, and it saddens my heart. Some MPs don't deserve to be in parliament because they don't even understand why they are there, and for such persons is always the ability to pay. Eric Amponsa Boateng, tax expert. Eric Nyawakin, that you could jina baby. I'm making it true. Hey, Inusa. Also, you are telling us about Parliament.
Kwame, isamba kumie no mi sebu ohwa. Mebo bosso tell na. The kind money in politics. Sika ewo amanyo ensem. Enye unique to Ghana. The world over. Country bia mo practicing democracy bia they are grappling with it. Omo modi and kind US, UK, most European countries you know they have rules. Just a war politician cry ye campaigner. Amount of money you spend,
you have to declare
sources.
You declare yourself. You declare. You have to declare.
Make us say, but yeah, if you know, since 1992, we are in our 7th parliament. This things needs to, but we have laws. Who call your political parties law? We have rules. Who is insistent says,
but we honor the rules in the breach.
That is a problem. And we are number one. But the problem, I'm a person me cannot say the issue of money and politics, no, and you're unique to Ghana. And yet the world over and countries have found working around Abuam. Also an opportunity for us to go back to our statutes. Near her say rules a wohono. Ye this one this one DNT near
near age. The one I mean can we money fatwaso.
Okay.
Prince Donina, a former MC Techimano say you Kwame, I'll whip you small. You and others in your position are aware of most of the happenings, but for some reasons you keep quiet. Does the quote-unquote passionate discussion Prof is talking about involve only politicians? Alote Jacobs voiced a little. They dismissed it from his party. There are things I would never discuss about my party openly. So the cycle will continue. Rather sadly, we don't learn from history, so we keep repeating the same mistakes. We'll push for discussions internally, and hope will be listened to. But if we don't change, we have big troubles ahead. Kwame, it's a national problem. Prince. And idea nobody. Yes, but your inside
Kwame, money in politics. And also unique to us. There are ways. And also no my suggestion is say best practices. There amount for be a year or mama be almost systems are abom. Now yes ye be funny dear share yes ye culture mu yet me fa holistically. The oma ye mo embe emaha say ebe juma ya ba yes ye be share culture. Na ye di a blend na etime aye dwuma ma ye nti money politics ni de ebe wo ho de to aso what is in parliament e dey na wo mrahye bedwemu a manfo say sika pudo say na omode akọ back to parliament
when I back kire me now o classmate be of Preseki Minia or say he was my classmate at Preseki, he's a principled person, he won't pay anything. Congratulate him for me, David Oforimante. David, on this score I disagree with you, but we are still blood. He paid though. Anyway, Pacho Toaso.
Kwame, I didn't warm Russia bedroom. Enti yes sir. But one Nintias say, Kwame, me too and me I'm 45 years.
Okay, good.
Answer na me back up parliament no na me ye juma e wo data bank. Na me vice president. Sabe na me wo baby. Come on. And then my be member of parliament. Say you one time poor wouldn't me a culture wo kuro say no me fi parliament. Why na metro application akoma say me pay juma wo juma mo be ma me juma ye. MPC yeah that you know. Parliament ya baby a say who ye call ye futu ide ma ye enen say who ba mrahye bedwamu yi da who remu no who plan to exit because it could come at any time. Now say you were caught in this quagmire at this age, at this time in my career. I'm a finance person.
Yeah.
Me a chartered accountant. But and then me feel parliament by Henameko. Maybe I'm a prof discussion about academia and a yinti, you know. Preparing. Say further qualification be now be here now. China when your opportunity acquire academia mo an international organization say and atete mo and no more UN synchron. So opportunities.
So go and develop yourself.
It's one option, and a lot of MPs are doing that. Say the champions, I was aware say he was doing something else beside being an MP, just like preparing a song. It's personal, but the discussion
but Prof Inusa Obi say TVs, mobile phones and cash are quite normal.
I say normal.
But what killed me is the introduction of gas cylinders and if I may add blenders into the mix. Don't make Kwabenya the be rough.
Say a blender. Say a gas cylinder. Ninya boils down to money in politics. Ninya boils down to money in politics, and that one, every democracy is grappling with it. And we should also grapple with it, find acceptable levels, and jurisdiction. Even for our political parties, look around sets. Our parliaments are able to make our contribution about who is actually ensuring that we are doing the right thing. The other bit I want to talk about electoral college, Electoral college, averagely is about 600. Kakran a year bear 400, but Dudwana it's about 600 on the average. Now say 600 average, so. Sabe, I am going to be very this morning. If you look at the composition of the college itself, we have to have a second look at it. How the polling station executives, they make an say, more a set a factor so they will take the position. No more criticize it. Okay. Yes, so me and so me and nipa. More I was say, interested. No sabe. A controversial kakra, but we have to look at it. We have to also look at it.
You mean someone expanding on
expansion na a contraction no then you a discussion be uhwe be a NPP New Patriotic Party if you ayaba you start here na your polling station chairman nko the challenge na so be sense so mo enoso no me constituencies so you polling station executives nko a 115 now 115 so electoral college na minimum say me 60 me wini enti say me select 60 conk na me keep 1 week na de me ya mo no mo fi be a make camp mo no akọ police station akọto aba ni me wini ada na me nyesa ada me nyesa me go beyond 60 to win no 80 I will make sure say 60 me nyom 80 ade aka no 45 do meja it is 60 no say ba ko mienu kra enemy and din year still I make go through so and only one way. The other one, if you are you say a problematic no and you bet to polling station executives at the 5 no and no I multiply from 115 no by 5 where is 575 a be to 2 coins and crowd with the executive you can 585 595 and you do now 595 no meso and me person me come back no me call say me call one obia me the room na me ye film na me the asoso but and also no ya try you say still a monetization influence no now we share build up to 2016 no NDC try they expanded much further much further than yen new patriotic area no and also any so semi constituency no na me electoral college of 10,000 I 10,000 card bearing members of the party near elections near let's say 3 now many 4,000 out of the 10,000 no me winning. I now need to bring the 6,000 no it's electioneering campaign no and some could cause so amount for a buffet bibia you need to work around to get the 6,000 to come back says 6,000 and bar you are losing your base because already know they are members of your party and this now we have Abraham question about your report no send your money one of the reasons it's really also as a party the new patriotic party we are taking all of this into consideration. I think say Dumpen so be somewhere maybe 2-3 years ago majority leader or such a mess up it started the proposals to table so and money in even the participation of females in politics send your main break a hindrance to females to youth to people with disability
so moya sadie
holistic revision
agree say holistic but moya sadie we nyina area ebene na mobile be ma mbe eska because
Kwame, I spent money. I won't sit here and say I didn't spend money.
But of course, you're an honest person.
The source of the money, no. And people who think, say, since I've been in Parliament, I have brought something to the table, and then that it will be in the interest of the party, it will be in the interest of the nation to ensure, say, my career in Parliament is not truncated.
Let me tell you something about one word you use, holistic. Text here, but I'll read it out so that we can look at the fact that you're right, that we should look at it holistically. I say, Kwame, it's a canker. We must eliminate this canker from our society ASAP. You may ask your own colleague Dan Kokrokoo about what happened in the GFA elections. Same vote buying, Kwame. Now, we pay delegates to give us power. No more issues, no more proper thinking. It is just money, and it's repugnant. Problem.
And the Chairman General, I'm say side discussion here. Very sensitive. Now, in that regard, very disturbing. Now, honorable, I get the shape very well. I just said from the very structure crana elections no any a kwanya obefa so I will say unya onkrofo a obet my loyal to you no you are bound to do something. I was say baby says can am free but onkra won a atwa ho hia no should believe in your leadership. Say oh yeah my baby our parliament e dey aboa e be our constituency enti no say me Kwame ene be oduro na onkrofo yi say obia ma 1,000 cities na fakọ boa election. What are we doing? We equally are supporting you to go and buy vote. That's sanity. And when we are vote buying comes in. The issue is that you are monetizing leadership. I can use some our Ghana especially in politics. Now, acquire first of all, say I am very careful. Just say me share the pressure on Nipanwa wako say into me swaba. Na odisika edi ama delegate say monye na me into swaba. na yantoama no ana ebi a delegates na giye no kakra onya no ana toma no bebri antoama no enti na meka earlier on said this is resulting in duabo ene oyawdie ni de ka ho nyina enti beyond their internal structural changes na okan no e was so man for nyina etia na me say afibia no meteo aban for tena ha eka say leadership is not about money. I can't use no enye sika say wo di sika wurem na wadane enipa adwene. Say wo di sika wurem na wadane enipa adwene a it will come back again every 4 years or 2 years or 1 year whatever. And if when you try amount for no enye good. Medical can say whatever picture you paint to somebody will shape his cognitions or her conditions. And if when you try amount for no and one ever back abe bite no.
Yeah, also just say we should look at it holistically.
Yes. One thing I have imagine can say, no, can share a man every month. It's so sad. Naturally, most women may not be able to raise money. I want to be raise say what they call contest. So what that means is that Ubenya, you are still going to have a male-dominated leadership and parliament, and it's very disturbing. Make I say some years ago, no, now there was a lot of discussion. Say, more a man who buy. Now, anka some affirmative actions be bet me ama keep a man because a man was here quite very good in leadership, but we are not getting that now. Say sikasama be a man in the benya a bet me could tria this amount of money.
But I say yeah, man, some days see my power.
Me share man every now. Quite disturbing.
And you want me free po. And someone can find ma ho no. But
this is
Prof. Carlos von Brazzi obi oni mi bia nim so oye MPP ni. O say so forcing atwuma kwanwoma. Okoye campaign wo ho. Emma obi wa boni din. O say Kofi Amankwa menu. Okay. But Carlos Assembly said, also, one went to trade fair in 2009 under the theme Reflect, Rebuild, Recapture. The debate was about one man, one vote versus retention of only elected delegates voting. Eventually, we struck a midway, which is what we have now. I honestly think the MPP needs to revisit the one man vote proposal that entitles all registered members in good standing to vote.
Okay.
That way, whatever monetization of the vote would either disappear or be reduced to the barest minimum.
Kwame, when we moved from the polling station chairman alone, constituting the electoral college, and expanding it like Carlos said in 2000, we thought the monetization was going to come down because the electoral college has been expanded.
It's worse now.
And it's gotten worse. That's the truth. When we moved from that point, we thought that expansion was the panacea. It was going to finish. That monetization was going to leave there. It didn't solve the problem. They expanded in my constituency at the last elections. We had 29,000 votes. Maybe there are 10,000 people in the constituency who want to be active members of the party. We're giving these people the mandate to vote at Congress. Say ma nkrofoi to me so amonto aba e wo Congress and no nebema sikasem no abrase ana no maybe yeah experts say prof
we need
omo ebeye hwehwemu aye vote psychology of this vote ayi ni nyina na yehu say saying the corner Kwame, in some way, can pay, and you're unique to NPP.
No, I don't think that's the discussion anymore.
Unique to NPP. No, Ghanaian problem.
Yes,
Ghanaian problem. That one so there, and you're unique to the NPP.
That's on the point you're making.
And there, unfortunately, no.
Yes,
NPP assembly that one also.
But almost all political parties, and the expansion, no. Me who say the expansion was one of the restrictive measures. Kwame, you can say any part 20,000 ebe to swaba. Can you pay
What do you mean?
And I know very.
And it just might help.
Yes, it might.
Send Carlos can or say I know by bet we reduce it to its barest minimum.
But I think sir, what is important, which is what he said, is that they need. I mean, delegate I will see Santia. So we need to understand it. Say, I can yes, I mean that part is important because say expanding on. Now still sikasam wo mu not just say cause 90 work.
Yeah.
I was saying Santia say kona kwa kyerɛ wadwene ɛfa ɔkanini bi ho a yɛnkyerɛ sɛ ɔma osika na kyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ɔkanini papa kwa kyerɛ wadwene sɛ akanifo miɛnsa ɛna ɛgyina sɛ to yɛ so aba na yɛbɛyɛ leaders ebi of parliament ana president whatever ɛhwɛ sika ɔde ma hwɛ asɛm a waka no adwuma bɛtumi ayɛ hwɛ no record. I don't think that young delegate these days may be looking at these things because, like I said, economic issues come into play. And may not make will be say under COVID-19, the way I delegate Belgium cano. Make I say under COVID-19. The way I delegate Belgium cano.
And the demand and supply.
How much you?
No, because. On says say ano enkopa djuma say
market
force enkopa djuma say ana obi say otifi oba say o ana bo me de say me djuma kwa say o nti me ye wo de bia fama me amechinchi omo so enti people created jobs for themselves. I think that this appears to be the highest maybe amount to be a enkofa kan it appears to be the maybe the highest
this model say ebi serious especially
serious.
That's
it. It is serious. And you know, I'm say COVID-19 in Susan so back or the abano. Ama oman for afa burunya ho ewe crackers ana inside the cano. Afa burunya ho ewe crackers. And the above one say send your honorable cano. I think say one best need a can be answer be I say yes I expanding but yeah, these are restrictive measures. Na den say you can't pay all the delegates. Say maybe you have to even raise the cap at which a winner is declared. Maybe increasing the crowd. What that means is that if you need 80% to win, can you pay them?
And not say a way out.
And that's a way out. And if we are free generally the delegate education of the delegate say Mr. Omutia because Enchebiano, both MPP and NDC are now going to go to their various constituencies and also a second level of army to where level 1 where level 1 year ya to abayewi and in party elections ya to aba yeyi MPP ni yeyi NDC ni yeyi CDP ni any political party ahoro eka hono efe na omu nyina ebesa ko park no so and I'm talking about their constituencies na yako omoko jina no ya to on so aba enti just sika no de first level ana I say ye go second level of it na ehon so COVID-19 ebeye pinso
na
I say
only Fifi Banson.
Yeah,
Fifi Banson said what he said. Odote says anyone who took the blender and even though he still lost, the blender will rotate. It won't grind anything. It will just rotate. But for me, in the next 4 years, I'll stand in Ifansman East, and I promise all the delegates $10,000 cash. The only clause is that they will have to bus all of them to Nogoko in the Volta region to receive it.
How do you have a Volta region?
Nogoko. You know that famous shrine?
What is Ghana?
Odia Jiskano. Odia Nakasa Uncle Tuma. Now, you fancy people, how did they fear this thing? If you say Nogoko, they go follow you. They go run one time.
Oh, Obaji. Delegate, Obaji.
Sir?
Oh. How about you?
Anyway, let's wrap this up this morning. I'm gonna say Marcel Udin Nepa Fuseni Issa.
That's it.
I don't know why the other Fuseni keeps
So, a senior.
She keeps rubbing. Anyway, into here wrapping up, there were other things I wanted to look at, but time, MYB. But for saying, when I wear my Shebedini, when I wear seat biome. Anything else you'd like to add? But before you do that, okay, from one of my favorite people, it's quite long. From Bachona, I'll read yours a bit later. Sorry, but it's a bit long for me. Let me see if there is 300, 400 or say. Comparing the United States to our parliamentarians is not. In the US, leaders know they are serving the people. Here, most of our leaders don't have the conviction of service. Our MPs, knowing very well they can easily be voted out, become complacent. Imagine what will happen to constituents if we decide to keep them in parliament for so long to build a career as parliamentarians. And the anchor amobeye to say that most of our MPs do nothing in their constituencies. Mami in Okre sent that one. And a few others. Good morning, Chairman General. At this point, I'd rather be a delegate than a contesting MP. In one weekend, a delegate can get 10,000 CDs among other items. In fact, an innovative group of delegates can organize themselves and make lots more. Meanwhile, a contestant can fall into debt of over $100,000 or even CDs with no guarantee of being able to pay back. What a good time to be a delegate. Fire sent that one. And then Bakubiana Mihun much earlier. Okay, there are quite a number of them. Obe say Kwame Roberta Hunka Lindsay. It is rumored had 324 delegates. He selected 200 of them and sorted them out, but he still lost. Delegates, fear delegates. Sir John was always right. Fear delegates. One of my constituencies was quite interesting. Probably a number of constituencies. Me were Lejokuku.
Okay.
Me were also West Wogon. And I'm Waterma West.
And I also say.
Oh, that I also there said on the unopposed. Lydia unopposed. And Lejokuku so and see
unopposed there.
Me I mean for Koboy. And this is my constituency. And I'm a third constituency here Tema West. Na hono na hey upon you talk about e ko so
ejoye
na ejoboko
prof we dey ne jo no Carlos Ahinkro ye MP no onya 593 votes Keku Amuzu anya 76 Kwesi Poku who seemed to be the main contender no onya 177 delegates, fear delegates. Inti Carlos near 70%. Nipa na amount for free say Obama Carlos around for his money no. Onya 21%. Hey.
We say na bottom proud.
Bottom me prapa. Prof bottom me prapa. Inti Tema West also near a course so ewo hono no. Don't be here. Chairman General, going forward, we need to have another look at the collegiate system. If possible, change it. A system which only allows polling station executives, constituency executives, council of elders to elect presidential and parliamentary aspirants should be extended to allow every card-bearing member in good standing to decide. Samuel Brian Boabing, well, difficult to decide, but hey. Anyway,
come here, school for the
Prof. Anibrem.
Oh, if I chance they be school. Just a Kwame, I no pay yaka sika a warrior manual sim. But me met me ediment sense me boa can say sika e wo mu de. But yes, sika nkwan determined. First time I me winning primaries 2015 no. Near year 4. Now, Sabe, over Sika Sama, let me toss 3. Now, so me again, yeah, 4 no crowd, 53% of the vote. because na manfo no nim ejuma senia me ne o matena senia masom party no sikasem yes ejinity bebia gidigidi enye en say eba na sa but enye nyina ene yesikasem me amete hey makotru elections bida anka be sika no na anka me ni bebia na nso mitimi edi nkunim de hiano no say ye nyina ebete asese de aye kono e wo si je bibi efa ho ne nyina ebetena round table ho na etimi hu say yes sir and a beboy a manual cool and a beboy a man.
Yes, Mims, are you a twin?
I was a twin.
Oh, you lost your twin?
That's it.
Was he Al Hassan?
Yes, that's right.
Somebody says, please ask him if he's a twin. There's always Husseini and Al Hassan.
That's right.
Well, Mark, thank you. He says, yes, Al Hassan unfortunately has gone to be with the fathers before us. Well, may he continue to find rest. I have a feeling Al Hassan voted. Yes, in town for they are inseparable living in the Alasan tells us if we say Obako. Prof, near Fampong.
Sunny and Riety and Mampany, as I at Timubio say, a school for Ebeko school. MSJHS for Beko 29th, and our SHS for the and the year I can say, yeah. And I walk or the name of Guaquemu, Akacha and say, school singing, you disinfected Emma, Humbia anyhow, Wakacha and say, a bind so at the 3 face masks, Bema, Ubia, watch us say, Alfonso at least, Ubia for 1 face mask, a money back, non fanco, watch and so say, you quite sports, any other outdoor activities in our so, you the tabuato so. Or chair say Yama Veronica Bucket. About to say waje Sikana and Carbe registration about 75.4 million Ghana cedi and also about say waje adepa about so actually must say wa bomode say obebo school for nyina ho ban say uprebia emba hona infection bia emba yenya spike bia e ho waka che say school for no kwa a teacher for you now more than 25 in a class, and then she shall hold or the 2 dra. What can say, Yensha face marks are mandatory. Now, I buy so I can say stigmatization so a coso. Kwame may kind of my baby and me and Sape Afadi. They did kind of me question my corner. Maybe say, I buy a best Alpha Nabimo Yeshe now for school no 1. A school for no qua school no. They are going to have potentially 3 levels of fears. Osro, I will be a free by 3 areas. They did kind of a there's going to be over elaboration from parents. A futuna parents, Ebemomo, Okoi, Shanhuye, shall face masks, sanitizers. Observe physical distance. Na mono and here na walk on na they over elaborate these things. Na edi ehu ashem franimu. That is likely to happen. Come to back as school. Obakono it's a typical Ghanaian parenting style. Shawachio maybe a free bar a year a boama out me a show so. Na mo be bin so ahwa na over elaboration, not just you virtually cannot do anything. And no fear back with free hold. The a school for Nankasa may be afraid of their friends and their teachers. The Tiami and Sano the fear of examinations. And 3 levels of fears are a school for equi able to me at Chichirium. Now I'm strongly recommending say idea as a teacher for a year. Eco school no. First one they say they have to activate their counseling services immediately.
Counseling very important.
And my friend ba and was say yenya bre almost first marks idea na yahye nkonnwa ebi anipa 20 na oni bit ma atena na waye education a church na wa le fees no na ye mama fa sa training ma ama nyante ase say Bauma Bay for 6 weeks or so. No, I say SS1 Bell for 8 weeks. 6 weeks for they are running up on teaching, and then 2 weeks for exams. And you know, ya church na fe ya disabuse mo adwene afri sa afie ni na ya kire mo the protocols na ye de agu akwemu no I very important say ye beye sa ade no nti all the schools should take that seriously ebeboa aban hihye ode agu akwemu no de tie bie no ene say aban say parents will not be allowed to visit their kids. It's answer ye say obia emfa infection bia enko. Na kwa me ye hano no medani eni kakra. No kure developmental psychology say won ehwe emofra nyini ene wo ho adanyadan yimu no actually say abofra bia school performance is significantly impacted by parental encouragement.
Okay.
Na just say maame no ana eja no enkransha odima ne ba no etumi dane ne nsosho kurani enti emofra yi eco school ya I am share wo hidie mesra ban ya say yes want to mean kosana mum no teachers no and finding means be at least parents can call their children and check up on them. Very important because examination anxiety or my children say 3 levels of fears, they are going to go to school with these levels of fears. And it's a yes I woman parent every say memo bi anko sa anobel shikakra yemma kwan na bia obetumi afre megitum say memma yentu ye na enko school ho amayetumi aboye ma no ho ban. But can we innovate? Can we find other means, which is, for example, providing a kwanya a bit me afraid now, but at least once a week or so, no, on any parent, akasa. I think that will be extremely helpful.
Okay.
Come in the final point, you know, stigma. Stigma, abaya kana, Mayor, I'm getting worried about the various calls and instructions. If we want to fight stigma, we can't just give instructions. We have to be intentional. I was say yes down there be pagu kwemu clearly na me beka ha say they say nipa bebre ya ba ide do so pa ide nyame ase ohun ato of course part of it the redefinition say no say obi asymptomatic cry virus no on to me emfa ma afoforo enti ma bebre edit la say omunkofi na mo no say fight stigma there we should have a clear plan B I say yedi achi minimum say media houses na ebo mo modern say ye tie ya ke ya say ohun obi ma yem hye ma no bo modern ana hwe obi say ono wanya COVID-19 ti o yebon sama na say ne bon bi ntina e ma ne bai na bo ho ban so shell face mask horo nsa ne de ka ho nyina yegusu ayeka na mo no can we see the plan eboa enipa na wo ho ato no can we get some of them? Makase, in Ghana's fight against HIV, that was the way we went, and it was so good. In fact, it was one of the best in Ghana. The fight against stigma. Now, HIV. Now, we need to adopt the same strategy. COVID-19, after World War II, there hasn't been any global pandemic across crisis than COVID-19, and a major national emergency. I will say 2 number na kasakeke no I say it's not the way to go. I will say show na ede who say asomesi weni no mo ye omo free wa ba no. Can we see some of them coming? For example, can we get some of them on your program? When you engage them, Malawi and from South Africa, it's been one of the ways they are fighting various levels of stigma in their country, and it's been found to be working. So humanity, Mr. say, Abayme sa anamutunu pa beboa. Medical program is to say, perhaps again, we may have to engage faith-based organizations very well on this. If you say they can use, let's say 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes of their platform to have specific destigmatization messages. In a day, one Sunday, you can imagine the millions of Ghanaians who might have heard about the fact say you don't have to stigmatize Obi. Come many year Kokrokoo na make us you say Yemano stage now woman a walk school no. Maybe count last week say the most turbulent stage in human development. Now on so adding they learn by playing. Schools are who JHS, SHS, and very important. I say last week now universities no buy. Yama school for them. Show face masks. Yama kwai will be a campus keke sa because you pese a day or how be a I think schools need to equally set certain limits. Our man I yes because we know they are going to do in-person teaching kakra. To be a in face masks, a horror and maybe a physical distance. Na teacher no or trade. Numbers na aircon are quite large. From JHS edico SHS. And you know, and so say ye ja and near muka krasa. WHO a few days 2 days ago, I reported the highest increase ever. Over 150,000 cases.
Yeah.
And the amount for yari you know in Chamu, Yenyambo trainer take things very well. Come in for we want. And no WHO definition now abano. Mate narratives be a ekoswana. I very careful. Oman for ebeteki sa redefinition is WHO crowd say is a yarano crano any young hodin be a 8 minkun. Among for so obi timia and yes I'm a blue kind. The blue can say enka no ka say asymptomatic just say yare no when you be na mo no yare no ntumi nkundi wo so enti ye hu science bia say akwadi wo so won aye pre symptomatic no when you be but na e be 14 days echi no obi bia say oda yare no ho nsusanso na efe wakọ isolation be a treatment enti wa when you be a ye hu say wo da science bia di bia no one of the WHO can say one say wo bia want to me and transmit emma foforo and also nkyere say what science no not just say mention me max bio because we bia na won test the class hu say wo bia na woni bi and the man for yesra mo WHO can say yare no yedi su krakra. In fact new cases are coming. US spikes every hoba. Brazil high cases, over 50,000 deaths. Germany, a second Webia and also Abba up just a few days ago. And to qua air kutia COVID-19 no. Kwame yefano collective efficacy. As it say, and young con and our con yen con. Now see Yanti say until everyone is safe, no one is safe.
Until everyone is safe, no one is safe. Prof, yeah, that's it. Talking about safety, man who be a war gate na war Accra International Conference Center in State House or in Kokrokoo type I or they be interestingly MPs efaho police for efaho. Me assure say asma me can Fuseni nim. When was am hold? I will get no problem. I'm for car to mudam on type put the bia.
Kwame me
I was a conference center in State House.
Everyone
said it's been there. Obi sending message and also anyone want and the car to Saturday night. But I told crowd before. Into over to them. But on the light side, we say main country said don't worry, the Fuseni is interesting. Or a regular text about my program. So your friend Issa Fuseni. If you come yeah. Who the any Fuseni Issa?
I know Issa Fuseni. I know him.
I see on Issa Fuseni if you come.
Yeah.
And now you Fuseni Issa Okankwe North. And I mean, Kyle said there's also Inusa Fuseni.
Yes.
On your Tamale Central.
Sir.
And I mean the media account ABA Fuseni San Leru. Watch out for the Fusenis. Professor Joseph Osafu Fuseni, I don't pay me that. Sir Fuseni for now are winning all over the place. Prof, I don't pay me that. And Fuseni Isa, congratulations again.
Thank you.
And I wish you well in the elections coming up.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Amen. On the minion buga.
Also,
on the minion buga. Minion buga. Belated wish to you, Jacqueline Dawson Amoa. Yours was on the 20th, same as me. So belated wishes, Jacqueline Dawson Amoa. Love from your mom, Mrs. Dawson Amoa of Ashonman Estates. Another belated one to Mrs. Jacqueline Asabigi. It's from your daughter, Mrs. Dawson Amoa of Ashonman. And to you, Dr. Mwako of Abengoha, Big Papa. Sorry, I'm just seeing you out there. But I gotta go, man. We've overstayed our welcome as usual. One to your daughter, Neza Matilda Osaimbia Asante. Enjoy your birthday, Neza Matilda Osaimbia Asante, from your parents, Reverend Inchi Asante and Reverend Mrs. Julian Inchi Asante. You have a good one. Kofi's next. I gotta go. Have a good one. God bless.